What's up? This your boy Tim Walbuck, and you're watching Nolazine.
This episode is brought to you by the Loyalty Club, one of the hottest brands out, where they keep their items limited and only for the loyal few. Check us out online at theloyaltyclub.us, or if you're in the New Orleans area, you can check us out at our flagship store, 841 Fulton Street. You already know what time it is. Only for the loyal few, club time.
All right, we already did an interview, so I'm going to ask you all the same old questions and everything like that. But but a lot has changed since we done the interview. But you opened up at a lot of different bars. You traveled the world.
Yeah, man.
But I still want to touch on the topic that we talked last time, because a lot of people don't know about what happened with your song "Drop and Give Me 50." Because at one time I posted a clip, and I was like, if a 10 ball buck actually got his credit for that, because here in New Orleans people always think that everybody just got jacked.
Right.
But you actually got compensated for your song.
Correct.
So kind of explain that process of that for and for people who don't know.
Yeah. So what happened with Drop and Give Me 50? It was so hot at that time that Hurricane Chris did a version on his own. A Drop and Give Me 50, a Streetport version. You feel what I'm saying? And then somehow he got hooked up with Warner Brothers and Mike Jones, and they remixed it. They put it on Mike Jones' album, but then that's when Mike Jones gave me a call. I'm like, what's that? Who this is? He's like, this is Mike Jones. Me, I'm thinking, nigga playing or whatnot. You feel me? And then he went to run. He said, bro, Tim Walk, man, we remix your song, bro. We would like your blessings, bro. We're going to send the paperwork. We're going to see the contract, and we're going to compensate you. So that's when I called Black and Mild. I said, Black, man, they remixed the song. Man, within the next hour or two, Mike Jones hit me right back to listen to it. And when I tell you, it was rolling. That drop me, give me 50, drop me, give me 50. You feel what I'm saying? So boom, that was the first time we finally got compensated. You feel what I'm saying? Years later, Gracie's Corner did a rendition of it. And I was telling people, I said, man, that's my song. And people go thinking I'm tripping again. No, fuck, that ain't yours, man. That's them people version, whatever. And then years later, about 6 months ago now, Gracie's Corner lawyers contacted me. And it was like, we got it wrong. We owe you. So apparently they must have reached out to Mike Jones or whoever and compensated them. But then they realized that the original song belongs to me and Black and Mild. So then that's when we start the negotiation. And at first they was just trying to pay me. And me, I'm the good dude. I don't try to cut nobody out. And I called Black. I say, Black, man, the people trying to pay me for the Gracie's Corner, they need to pay you too. So I also told that to the Gracie's Corner people. And it was like, well, how much you want? We was going back and forth in negotiation. And then when I came with a number, they're saying, well, if we give you that, do we have to get that to Black and Mild too? I said, yeah. I said, if he agreed to that, that's what he wants, then that's what he wants. But I know what I want. You feel me? And so Black said, man, thank you, Buck. I put Black on. Black manager made it work. And then, here he is.
Yeah. I said, you got paid twice.
Yeah. Everybody get paid another time. That beef with Drake, he just did a Drop and Give Me 50.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So
you about to get paid for that too, huh?
I'm about to get paid for
that. So every time they say drop and give you 50,
correct.
You got a copyright.
Correct. And that
was
was my first time. So back then when we was doing songs, bro, we just was doing them just to do them. It was for fun. We didn't think to do paperwork and stuff like that. So that's why a lot of our music got took. Remember how you say it got jacked?
Yeah.
Because we didn't do the proper proceeding, the proper paperwork. You feel me? So once I did Drop and Give Me 50, every song that I dropped after that, I made sure I did the paperwork. So anytime somebody say Drop and Give Me 50 like more than once and it's a repeated thing, then they owe us. Correct.
That's smart. That's pretty smart. I'll give your flowers for actually thinking of that, because so many people, so many artists to this day still don't understand the business.
Right.
They'll drop a song and don't even know they probably even own the song if they ain't pay for the studio time.
Correct. They just want to be famous. A lot of people just do things. They looking for the fame. They looking for the clout. And sometimes clout not always bad. You know what I mean? But when you say clout, it's attention. Attention seeker. And sometimes when you're jumping up there and you're looking for that attention, you're looking to be famous, then you're not crossing all your T's and dotting all your I's. You feel me? A lot of stuff that you're doing, you can get paid for. And I don't care how new you are. If you new, but you bringing a crowd to people, facilities and people place, then you can get paid.
Gotcha. So, for a person who watching this interview right now, if they want to go about on copywriting something they said on the song, what should they do,
Well, that's the first thing. Well, you got to do your research. Get your entertainment lawyer, or manager, or something like that. Ask people what to do. What I did was, because when I was coming up, I had a lot of gatekeepers, a lot. People wanted me to do things their way, and I wanted to do it my way. And by me doing it my way, a lot of people didn't want to work with me. It's not like I had a bad attitude. It's just I may have heard something that they've done to another artist before, or I heard something about the business, and I'm like, no, I can research this stuff myself. You feel what I'm saying? And so what I did was I go through BMI. You got BMI, ASCAP, and stuff like that. Sometimes it'll go back to when you first dropped the song. They can look at the date. You know what I mean? But definitely get your manager, entertainment lawyer, whatnot, and go through BMI with your music. And from there, you can register all your work, whatever, and then you cover it.
So I'm gonna tell you something I actually just noticed. Like, after so many years, sometimes, it's been times that the whole internet was going against it, but and you ain't say nothing.
Nothing at all.
So what made you take that approach of, because usually people just go off and back at everybody man, this ain't true, but y'all got me wrong. They just because here in New Orleans is a small city, so
right.
Anything that's done on the internet, you liable to face that in the streets too.
Correct. Well, like they say, time heal all wounds. You feel me? Time will cover all the truth. So back then I used to try to fight and fuss and try to argue, and it looked like I was guilty, even though I wasn't. But at that time, you talk about that moment, and so if I'm working for somebody, I'm helping somebody's business grow, then I can't be out there fussing and fighting over things that I know ain't true. You feel what I'm saying? So now when people mention me, I know they just mention me for attention. They had one artist, he just kept mentioning me. And then Lucky went to check, my friend Lucky went to check, and not in a bad way. He'd be like, bro, what's wrong? What's up with y'all in Buck? Why y'all got something to say about Buck all the time? He said, man, I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't got nothing against Buck. I'm just trying to get my numbers up. And from that moment, anytime somebody ever said something about me, mention me or whatever, I just ignored it. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes they say, you can battle that, or you can just turn the other cheek. And then what I learned was when I started turning the other cheek and just go the other way, because that ain't my battle. I don't want to do the Instagram beef and going back and forward. And then all of a sudden we got back together and it wasn't what the people thought it was. You know what I mean? I let people talk, and then whatever they want to say, y'all go ask them. Don't ask me. You feel what I'm saying? I just learned to just hush and just be quiet about things.
Gotcha. So I also say that you are one entrepreneur that just tried it all.
Yes.
From wings to everything, and also you actually tried your own. Well, I don't know if you still have it, but have you tried your own? Have you on show? Have you on TV? On a network? And you're the reason why I was introduced to Keith Carroll.
Yes. So the New Orleans needed something at that time, right? They had me. They had MC Shaky, right? But my life was just about me and my baby mama. MC Shaky was about not mess, but sort of bent. It was like a little bit of everything. Well, I needed somebody, and the city needed somebody who was gonna give them entertainment. You know what I mean? And what happened with Keith, I saw something in him. I'm like, you know what? This can be that person that New Orleans need. You know what I mean? And so remember, I had 177,000 followers at the time. So I poured my all into creating him. So I came up with the Keith Carroll Show. And then I said, wait, hold up. I have to broadcast it somewhere. And that's how I came up with the Be Rich Network, because we had to put it somewhere. And what happened was, the first time we did it on live. And we said, well, if y'all want to get on this page, y'all have to pay $10. We made about $15,000, dude. You feel what I'm saying? Boom. Right after that, I started paying for stuff. We did our little photo shoot. I gave him $5,000. I brought trophies. I did a lot of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Just to keep things going. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, look, bro, trust me. And you know how you're going to have people that's going to be in your ear. That's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? I've been doing it for a long time to know that. That's why I ignore certain things. You feel me? But anyway, once we got it on the network, so many people went to subscribing. I said, New Orleans, we got something. Boom. That's when I introduced them to the Keith Carroll thing. And then I say, look, we can't go live all the time. And if we do, we can't say it's the show. Like if you go live and something happened, then boom. But we have to have a show, a time dedicated where the people know we're going live. And we started doing Mondays, 8 o'clock. And then boom. And that's where we at. And another thing people don't know is I discovered a lot of artists. Chopper. Like when that's when I first knew I had something, because Chopper was trying to sign with Take 4 way back then, but I had access to the studio or whatnot. And Take 4, they wasn't really trying to hear him. And then that's when he's like, "What's up, Buck?" I say, "Man, look, I got a studio. I have studio time. Come in, do the song." And he was like, "But I need the beat." I said, "I'm gonna make it." I paid for the studio time. I got him in there, and then they had a keyboard called an AR-10, and you put all the samples in it. You feel what I'm saying? And I said, "Man, just go for what you know." You just said, he in there, "West Bank, what's up? Third Wall, what's up?" And I'm hearing that boom, 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 boom. And that record was so hot that got the attention of Take 4 Records. That's when he signed with Take 4 Records. He remixed it. That's how he got with the first version, and then the next version was with Master P. But before that, like he used to always come around with me and Jubilee and stuff like that. But Take 4 wasn't really interested in him until we did that record. You feel me? And from that, I went from Chopper to my partner Lucky Johnson. I used to be in movies when I was 15. And that wasn't for me, because I couldn't be in a place at one time. I got to move. You feel me? So they had different roles that they wanted me to play. And I'm like, "No, I got somebody for y'all." Introduced to my homie Lucky Johnson. He took it from there. You feel me? Then I gave you Flow. I gave you Peaches. My baby mom. I gave you records.
You feel me? Flow before we
yeah, R.I.P. Rest in peace, Flow. But what I'm doing, I look for talent. And I want people to be just as honest with me as I'm honest with them. Don't listen to that outside noise, because it's going to happen. Because before I started working with you, wasn't nobody interested in you. You see what I'm saying?
Because I was about to show actually, like, did you see, actually before I know about the Chopper situation, did you see Keith Carroll becoming who he actually became now?
Yes. That's why I put my all into him. Like everything that he's doing, I was doing it, and I just showed him. Especially when we started the R&B night. He used to always be behind Papa, just back there. And I'm like, "Man, come on, let's go up here. Let's go." Sometimes he wouldn't, but then I'll go. You feel what I'm saying? I'm up there, all boom, boom, bam. You feel what I'm saying? And then, during our transition of us splitting, now I see him doing it. You feel me? He up there more. He's not. See, just like they got a place called Bourbon Street Daiquiris, and we talk about this all the time. And I was out there every week. But then I told him, I said, "Listen, I have this artist y'all need to get." You feel me? They were like, "Who?" I said, "Keith Carroll." They're like, "Well," I said, "Trust me." You feel me? I said, "I even take a pay cut," which I did. You feel me? Just to make sure y'all bring him. And then when they started to bring him, boom, the revenue started going and the crowd started growing. And then boom, from there, it's like I didn't need to be in front of the camera no more. You feel what I'm saying? I was just backstage. That way I can still take care of my own business and take care of my kids. But a lot of times when they thought Keith was posting and stuff, that was me. You feel what I'm saying? So it's all about just building and putting your all. You feel what I'm saying? It don't have to be about you all the time. You feel me? You can just take the backstage and then put it into somebody else.
So, like, how do you feel about, for the city of New Orleans actually not giving you, with your proper credit? Because, like, a lot of people don't actually already know that, behind the scenes helping people and different things like that.
Right. Well, the thing about that, I don't do it for credit. You feel me? I understand that sometimes you ain't going to get credit. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of times, man, like I sit back and just like, "Bro, fuck, you did that." You feel what I'm saying? When I did it, I wasn't doing it for credit. I was doing it because I knew the city need entertainment. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I ain't dropped my song in 3 years, but I'm still booked. I'm booked off for this. You feel what I'm saying? I'm booked off entertainment and showing the crowd what they need. You feel me? And unfortunately for me, the people took sides when they didn't have to. You feel me? I'm not telling y'all to take one side. At the same time, remember who I am. You feel me? Remember what I bring to the city. Remember what I do. You feel me? I don't just do nothing about me. You feel what I'm saying? When the city, with the lights went off, we was giving out gas. We was helping people with the trash. That's Buck. You feel me? But unfortunately, when people go to saying something bad about you, before they do their research, they hurry up and say, "Oh, he down badly." They know that ain't me. But, sometimes when they want a narrative, they take it and they run with it. And that's what they was doing.
Gotcha. So, before we go forward, you ain't got to answer, but I got to ask because the people going to want to know.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the biggest check from dropping Give It 50? Like, from, was it from, Mike Jones? Or was it from, Gracie's Corner?
Mike Jones, but Grace is getting up there.
It's getting up there?
Yeah, Grace is. Well, I was happy because I was able to do my own negotiation with Gracie. With Mike Jones, it was like, "This is what we giving you," which was big at that time. And then, like I said, we didn't know about negotiation.
And so how much was it?
A lot. And
did it change?
Oh yeah,
change the situation?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh definitely. So that's how I was able to invest in the Keith Carroll show. You feel me? Remember, that money wasn't just coming from nowhere else. That money was coming from that. Then I opened my bar Wotis. I was the only ball popping. You feel me? And I was able to bring all these different artists, so the money coming in. You feel what I'm saying? Even though I'm going to court now, I had brought my first house. You feel what I'm saying? So at that time, my investment was only two things. My investment was the house that I brought and Key Carrot. That's it. I ain't have to invest in nothing else. My kids had everything they needed. I had what I needed, at least at that point. You feel what I'm saying? Wants and the needs are two different things. And that's what I tell people too. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, it went from the Mike Jones check to help me invest to open Wotis. And when I opened Wotis, that was a wrap.
Gotcha. And also, I want to give you one, big salute on, always showing that you was in your kids' life through like everything you went through, like, from, your baby mamas doing what they had to do, going on their vacations and different things like that. But you was always showing that, you had your kids, even though you had a whole lot going on in the streets, far as like, trying to be, open up bars and hosting events, and but you still showed that you was, you was raising your kids every day as well.
What I tell everybody, at the end of the day, you have to go home. Remember that. No matter what it is, even if you got to go to rest, you got to go eat, you got to go use the restroom, nobody else, you have to go home. And when I go home, my kids there. You know what I mean? So when I'm working and when I'm doing things, best believe when I'm doing it for them as well. And then for the life of me, and if people do what they do, I just don't understand like why people don't put time into their kids. You know what I mean? It's built in me. You know what I mean? I can't even leave them for a long time. You feel what I'm saying? But your kids are you. Because remember, you raise your kids now, and later they're going to have to raise you. And that's just the way. That's just the circle of life. You feel what I'm saying? But from the moment, and not to put our business out there like that, but from the moment my baby mama gave me the kids, I took it and I ain't looked back. I ain't complain. I ain't do nothing. I did what I had to do. And now I'm used to it. In the beginning, it was hard. You know what I mean? I'm raising, especially my first four, I had 3 girls. Man, how I'm going to do this? But with time, we all learned it. They researched, they did their YouTube and did what they had to do, and here we are. You know what I mean?
How many kids do you have?
I have 6. Okay. 3 boys, 3 girls. But my first 4 was with the first girl was with Ro. You feel what I'm saying? So I wasn't out there just having kids. You know what I mean? My first 4 kids were Ro. I had my son and then 3 girls. And then during our split, that's when I had the last 2. I'm doing good. I have a kid in 8 years. My youngest is 8 years old, so.
And that's good.
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. Yes, indeed.
Gotcha. So, ever since you drop and Give Me 50, how can you, on that scale, do all this bounce? Like, if there's the growth of bounce ever since you dropped that song.
It was already growing. But I could say, like, that was probably the first one to get as much money as it did. You know what I mean? Because if you look before dropping Give Me 50, what else? Who else went out there? You feel what I'm saying? And so then after I had dropping Give Me 50, Frida had the big old breakthrough. Then you got Vicky Lowe with Megan Thee Stallion. You feel me? Everything went to getting acknowledged. And I think, like I said before, we didn't do our paperwork. And being that we didn't do our paperwork, when people was coming down and taking certain things, we was left to hang because we don't have proof of it. You know what I mean? And so.
And also, ever Black and Mild held it down.
Yes, indeed.
But he got that phone call and he did what he had to do with Drake.
Yeah.
And everybody else who came through.
Correct.
And like a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people in New Orleans can give Black and Mild the flowers that he deserves. Like he's he's a whole lot of part of like the whole bounce community for the last 10 to 15 years.
He is. Let me tell you the crazy thing. There's a program called Acid, right? Black and Mild was the first one to use that program. You feel what I'm saying? So when Black and Mild hooked up with Pikachu did the Faster. That was my first hot song. Faster, Faster. Pikachu did it. Well, what Pikachu did, Pikachu leaked that program. And when he leaked it, all the other producers became producers and they was producing off that program. So there's a program called Acid. Black and Mild was the first one to start it. And since he put it out there to Pikachu and Pikachu leaked it, that's how we get like all these other producers now.
Right.
Yep.
And like, also I'm gonna ask you, since you're in the bounce, but we can claim our bounce music, but a part of that bounce is from New York, like in the beats, the Showboy, the Brown beat.
Correct. Well, you remember, you need that. Just think about when you're making food, when you're making gumbo, we have to get it from somewhere.
Right.
You feel me? But it's all when we take all of those ingredients and put it together. You know what I mean? So when
And
you
that's
can't,
bounce.
correct. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't really say it come from New York. Only the beat. Dun, 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 dun. You feel me? But thanks to Fresh, because remember, Fresh came with that Cheeky Black beat. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, I wanted you to give a little more history because I see out of towners be like, well, that's not really only for New Orleans. It's if they kind of got a majority of that beat from New York, but I'm like New Orleans put their own like spin on it.
But it's called samples.
Right.
You see? So we just took bits and pieces. You feel what I'm saying? We had to get the hot sausages from over here. You had to get the smoked sausages from there. You get the gizzards. You feel what I'm saying? So what we did was we took different pieces and different samples. The hand clap, the siren, dun, 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 dun. It all had to come from different places. You feel me? Now I can say it was inspired. You get it? It was inspired from that drag rap. You feel me? But like I said, we took different samples from different things, and that's how we got our own thing. Because remember, when you create something, you have to get something from somewhere to make it your own. You feel me? You get an idea from here, you get an idea from there, and then there you go.
Gotcha. And also, you being from the 10th Ward, but there's this guy named T.T. Tucker, and was the originator of bounce.
Correct. And then let me tell you, I was young. And
I want you to bring it back. The first time you heard bounce, and but when did you realize, like, man, I won't do that too?
Well, the way it happened was, Jube used to always do the DJs, and I was in the St. Thomas coat. And I'm looking out the window, and I see T.T. Tucker on the mic. You feel what I'm saying? Tucker doing this thing. Shake that ass like a soul shaker. Shake, boo. And see, I used to go outside. You feel me? I was this, I don't even want to say a nerd, but I just wasn't a part of the outside community at that time. But then, me and my friend, we was filming, trying to make our own movie. And he saw this girl and said, girl, get your drawers out your booty. And then here I go, thinking the way I think. Oh, man, that's a song. He said, what you mean? I said, that's a song. A little Keisha, get your drawers out your booty. Say what? Get your drawers out your booty. And so I made it a song. And then somebody told Jubilee that I wanted to rap it at the DJ. I didn't, but somebody told that to Jube. And then that's when Jube said, we about to bring up 10 Wall Bug. That's how I got my name. You feel me? 10 Wall Bug came from Jube. You feel me? But, me watching Jube do his thing, it was more of every time. So if you listen to Jube get ready and back that ass up and all, you'll hear me in the background. What's the name of your school? You hear me saying, Full Shade. Listen to all Jubilee songs that have a crowd, that's me. That's when I knew I wanted to do it. Not him at a block party or nothing. It was him in the studio. Because me seeing that magic, I was able to see Jube make a song in the studio, and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm seeing everybody vibe to it at the DJ. I said, oh, that's nice. And so while everybody else was like, I'm thinking they was worrying about performing and whatever, I wanted to get in that studio. And me getting in the studio, that's how I was able to, get Chopper his first record to get his deal. Also with Katie Ray. Me and Katie Ray have a song called Shake It Like a, Shake It Like a. I told Take 4, I said, I got a song. They ain't believe me. I said, man, come here, Katie. Man, Katie did it. Boom. You feel me? So, my inspiration came from watching Jube in the studio. You feel me? And him having me there doing background ad-libs and stuff like that for him.
Gotcha. So I like to give flowers also as well, and I try to keep people in their companies. Name alive, and for the kids that's coming up, because if a lot of these kids don't actually know New Orleans history, so I want you to put it in brief, however you want to put it. But what is Take 4 Records to the 10th Ward and to the rest of New Orleans? Actually, what do they actually? Well, and before that company, what does it actually mean?
Man, it means a lot. You can say Take 4 is like the father. You feel what I'm saying? If you look at record companies, right, and you look at the mom or the dad or whatever, I look at Take 4 as the father, because remember, Take 4 had Casey Ray, Take 4 had Jube, they had Willie Puckett. They was just coming with those hits. You feel me? So even though you had Cash Money and everybody, you had Take 4 that was dedicated to just bounce. You feel what I'm saying? And they kept the block parties going. They kept just about the Riverboat Hallelujah, all these concerts, everything was involved around Jubilee doing his thing. They went to see everybody else, but see when Jube came on that mud and he had that stop pause and that back that, oh man, it was a rap. What's the name of your school? Everybody waited for that part. And then he killed it when he told me, check this out. We about to do this. Getting ready. Check this out. Come. You feel me?
I ain't gonna lie to you. But part of DJ Jubilee's story, but it's kind of wide, but I kind of stay humble because I went to this school called Rural Middle, and we used to get in-school suspensions, and we had to go to West Jeff for in-school, and that was the first time I ever seen DJ Jubilee in my life. And at lunchtime, because we had to eat with, his class, because he teaches the like special ed kids.
Right.
And I'm like, dang, DJ Jubilee on top of the world.
Correct.
But he still got time to, teach these class.
Yeah, because his love is for the kids.
Right.
Same thing with me. I work at NOAA. You know what I mean? I'm a site facilitator. And so even though we do this music, we still have a heart. You feel what I'm saying? We still think about our people. You feel me? And if you don't think about your people, you won't receive your blessings. You feel what I'm saying? It's all about your people. And that's how I was in the beginning too. I'm like, man, you doing this, but you work at a school.
And he worked there for a long time.
He worked at NOAA as well. It's about the children, bro. It's about the children.
And he'll rock the house on the weekend, and he gonna be at West Jeff Monday.
I promise you he would. Yep.
On time.
Some people use their work and their creation, you feel me, to grab the attention. Because sometimes when you are popular and you are somebody, then you can sit a certain kid down or sit a certain person down and talk to them. You feel me? Versus a regular person. So sometimes you have to use your influence to better the community. And then that's just who Jube is. You feel me? Jube is the community.
And so for the people that's probably younger, who probably did come outside to after Katrina, I want you to actually describe one 10th Ward block party in the project in St. Thomas.
Man, a 10th Ward block party was just like a Super Sunday. If you think about a Super Sunday and how all of those people are outside, then that's the same thing. It's just that we don't have a band. We got Jube and his speakers. You feel what I'm saying? When we think about think about the block parties y'all see now. They don't have nothing on what Jube did. We were Super Sunday every time he was out there. So to put in perspective, if y'all trying to imagine what Jubilee's block party was, just think about a Super Sunday. Yeah, matter of fact, he got the video to I think that to back that ass up. When you see all the people and how the streets was flooded or whatnot, man. That was it.
Oh, but that was a regular block party.
Regular block party.
It was something he created.
Gotcha. Yep.
And like, New Orleans, we don't have our like original projects up there, so I don't think they're gonna ever have a project DJ like back in the day. But like, don't you think that like just those block parties actually birthed like a lot of New Orleans legends?
Yeah, they did, because remember, you always wanted to represent your hood. You feel me? So you have a block party in your hood, you still need somebody to represent you. So just say I'm from the 10th Ward, right? When they have a party, somebody from the 7th Ward gonna represent the 7th Ward. Somebody gonna have, so you need somebody from your hood. You dig? And so it was good to have those block parties and those different artists, because somebody need to represent the people. Just like, okay, they running for president, right? Somebody have to represent the people. So when you look at those artists, they want to represent their hood, they want to represent their people.
Gotcha. So, all right, what's next for 10th Ward Book?
Oh, so right now I'm searching for another name to start New Orleans. You feel what I'm saying? People don't even know. When I go and interview certain people, I'm talking to people, I'm trying to see if you that next person. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not in a rush to do it. You feel what I'm saying? But I know what I want. I know what the city need. You feel me? And like I said, we're not really going too fast because Lucky just got this deal with Tyler Perry. You feel my friend Lucky Johnson?
Matter of fact, shout out to Lucky, because he held that in for a long time. A lot of people didn't know Tyler Perry was his cousin.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. Because that's who he is. He not. So if you think about me and him, I'd be excited. I go tell it before he, you know what I mean? But Lucky, laid back, there's a lot of things that's about to come out that y'all gonna be surprised about. But he's very patient. You feel what I'm saying? And he waits to that moment to let it happen. You feel what I'm saying? Even though he's excited and he sent it to me, he say, man, Buck, I don't think I should send you this. Like some things he'll hold off on before he tell me. You know what I mean?
But like, you gonna tell people.
Yeah, well, it's just in him not to really say nothing too fast. You feel what I'm saying? And so
we gonna make sure everything go through.
Correct. Make sure everything go through. Like even the thing with Tyler, and he's sending him and taking the pictures, and they on Broadway together or whatnot. Like that was exciting. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's me and him. We come up together. Like when I first started recording, I say, man, I'm gonna sign with Lucky. And they had people saying, oh man, don't fuck with Lucky. This that. That's why I don't worry about what people say about other people. You feel what I'm saying? I tell people don't worry about that, because people saying, oh, don't fuck with Lucky, don't. Man, it's me and him trying to do our thing. People won't let us in.
You been locked in with him
ever
for
since.
A long time.
21 years.
Gotcha. Well, speaking on something that the city need, you got a shirt on right now.
Yep.
With Hot Boy Turk,
Mm-hmm.
the Hot Boys reunion. How much do you think that the city needed that?
Man, we needed this, bro. And shouts out. First, I want to say shout out to Juvenile first, right? Let me tell you why. When I do Juve Tuesdays. Every Tuesday with Juvenile, I host this night. And when Juve first met me, everybody hear all the bad things. So when I first did my first night, apparently he was telling them stuff about me, whatever. But I went there and I did my job. And Juve said, man, I don't give a fuck what they say. I want you here every week. You feel me? And I'm going on probably 3 years. But the reason why I say shouts out to Juvenile, because while Turk wasn't allowed in the Superdome thing, y'all know all of that, right? Juve put him to work. You feel what I'm saying? Juve went on this tour with Fresh. Juve put him on it. You feel what I'm saying? And I say that to say, like, and New Orleans, a lot of our people that's in position to put other people on, they ain't doing it. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm going to give you an example. Since I put Key Carroll on and I work with Key Carroll, right? Who else done got put on? And it's serious. I'm just saying, like, you got people that have money, people have power, people have things to put somebody over. And you mean little old Buck was able to build a giant like that? You see what I'm saying? They got other people that can do that. And so for Juve to take and do what he did, you feel what I'm saying? I just say, I would say that we not like everybody else try to work together and stuff like that. You feel me? Now I'm gonna just say it, right? So after Juve did that, then here come Wayne saying, you know what? And I don't know if it was true, but they were saying, Wayne said, if Turk ain't, you feel me? They were saying all that, but look what he did. You know what, man? We all gonna come together for this. You feel me? Because he knew the people needed it. He knew we needed it.
And because we've been actually waiting on this.
When, man? Ben.
Like, because Turk was in jail the longest, then it was BG,
Yeah.
but then as soon as the internet, but they started having whatever they had.
Right.
It's like, dang. But we might not get it.
We might not
boom.
get it.
And Wayne said, you know what? I'm going to give it to you.
Right. And let me tell you, people don't even know. Like, I worked on baller blocking. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, in the 10 wall, you can't wear Reeboks. But I was coming in up because I got a pass because they know I was working with Cash Money. Cash Money don't even know I was a little bit of dude. If you look at Juvenile video, I got that fire. I'm in that video. You feel what I'm saying? When it was doing, I Need a Hot Girl and all that, I was watching them boys. You feel what I'm saying? And so even though I was doing my music, I still was watching Cash Money and what they doing. You feel me? And then when BG went to Green, I went to Green. You feel what I'm saying? I went to school with Turk. And so I was around that. Like, even though I'm from the 10 wall, I went to schools with the Magnolia in the 13th, the 17th. I went to Green, then I went to Fauché.
And also to mention, your hood was beefing with all them too.
Correct.
At that time.
They was. You feel what I'm saying?
And most people wouldn't actually know those stories if you're not in New Orleans.
Correct. You're right.
Because if you're not in New Orleans, like, most people didn't hear about it, but the tent was that much.
Correct.
You might hear about the Noya, maybe the Mel, but you gonna hear about the Noya and the Cali because of Birdman.
Correct.
But like, they also had this project, the St. Thomas, that was handling business as well.
Correct.
But that also is dope. You actually went to school and you still here.
Correct.
You been jumping out.
Yeah. But Boosie say the first and then BG say, outliving dummies. You feel what I'm saying? So, when I was doing my work and when I was, watching who was doing what, I was being careful on who I hung with. You feel what I'm saying? That's what that's the important thing. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta hang with people that do what you do. You feel what I'm saying? If you see a knucklehead, then guess what? You can speak, but you gotta keep going. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. If I see somebody, yeah. So I'm gonna hit the horn. I'm gonna keep going. But the fact that I was in the music business, you feel me, and I'm a people person, I was always looking to put my hood on, I got a pass. Buck can bring the Reeboks. Buck can go to Green, Buck can go to Fauché. Because it was all about positive. And at the same time, somebody still need to represent the hood. My first time I did a show, right? And then I ain't see nobody from the 10 wall in there. Then all of a sudden I saw like 2, 3. And they're like, man, Buck, put the 10 wall on the map. I'm in that bitch scared as a motherfucker. How y'all want me to say 10 wall? I'm in this and they got the whole 17, 13. You feel what I'm saying? But then I said it. And then they embraced it. You feel what I'm saying? And then that's when I got it from that part. Then another time, the 10 wall was beefing with the mouth. Bad, heavy. And then being lucky opened a studio around there. And somehow the police found out about it. So the police is like, Buck, you can't come over here right now. Let us make sure it's good that you can come. And so boom, when I found out what happened, it was like, well, we had to ask the little dudes, was it okay for you to come back here because they was beefing. You feel what I'm saying? So that go to show you, like, even though there was beef and this and that, certain people got past it because they know we wasn't about that. You feel what I'm saying?
And that's also the dope part about back in the day, even though people was doing some wild shit, they still had respect for grandparents and people who really didn't have nothing to do with it.
Correct.
Cause like if you ain't nothing to do with it, you know, if they made sure if you could walk safely to your house, even though you know it was probably about to get real in the court week.
Correct. Well, because they had more respect then, right? It was respect. If you think about these days, ain't no respect. And then the people that's doing it is way younger. I call them hotheads. You can't tell them nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Back in the project, you had with OGs, you had old. So they're like, man, chill out, little daddy, I got this, whatever the case may be. You ain't got that now. You feel me? All they know is my daddy did this, my brother did that, my uncle did this. So they won't live that out. You feel what I'm saying? But you gotta realize, cause and effect. You feel me? It's gonna be retaliation. It's gonna keep going. Somebody gotta say, man, fuck that shit. You feel me?
And speaking of trauma, you know, you actually lost my good friend. You know,
two.
Two. Okay.
Yeah, I got two. One, we went visit some girls that gave a house party, and that, I want to say this too, because a lot of people do house parties, and in the prime of my career, I was the hottest, and they always say, "Buck, come to the house party." I never want to do a house party again. We went to a house party. Soon we got the house party. Apparently, the dudes that was there before us had done left, so it's sort of like we filled their position. They was on the porch talking to the girls, and then me and my DJ pulled up. And then boom, we heard gunshots. I ran out inside. Then all of a sudden they say, "Man, Buck, your DJ outside dead. He R.I.P. Redneck, DJ Redneck. Oh, your DJ dead." I'm like, what? And then I didn't even know I was shot. You feel what I'm saying? Because so many people was covering me up. And then soon it was time for me to leave, I fell to the ground. Boom. I got shot in my leg and it broke my fibula bone. You feel what I'm saying? And then another time, R.I.P. Flo. You feel what I'm saying? And that go to show you, like, the street's crazy, bro. The street's crazy. You gotta be mindful of what you're doing. You feel me? You gotta watch how you move, and then you can't tell everybody everything about you. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why the way I move with my family. I move with my kids. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not trying to impress this person or impress that person, because when you do that, that's gonna bring in trouble. You feel what I'm saying? It's all about you, your kids. Whatever you get is for you. You ain't gotta flash it. You ain't gotta. If people don't think you got it, then fuck them. You feel me? You know you do. You feel what I'm saying? You always got to be smart. And coming up, I want to say I was about 15. They got this thing at the Airline Skate Center real quick. They got this thing where they do the bounce R&B and rap night and all that, right? I started that. Like, nobody was giving no events or whatnot. So I went to the skate ring, and they were like, well, Buck, you can do a fundraiser. It's $6. You get $3. We get $3. So I'm like, oh, say, what if I charge $15? They say, well, you're going to still get what you get. We just want $3. The first night, man, I made $15,000, and this will humble me right here. So I got the money, and I'm flashing, and I'm doing all this, man. My oldest brother, R.I.P. Mervin, came smack me in my head, like, man, what the fuck you doing? I'm like, what you mean? He said, no, you ain't about to do that. And from that moment on, it made me, I said, you know what, you right. And I ain't never do it again. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I needed. And that's what the younger people needed. Somebody needed, look, but that ain't like, what you doing? You know what you, fuck them people. You feel me? You know what you got, because what you is for you. And then when you go to flying and trying to do all of this, somebody gonna want it. They gonna come get it by any means necessary.
I tell people, someone always sitting back want what you got.
Always.
So if you want to keep showing it, they gonna at least try.
They gonna definitely try.
They gonna at least try. People might not always become, you know, and they might not always get it because you might be already ready for them, but they gonna try.
Man, let me tell you, 2 years ago, bro, I'm riding around. I'm on Franklin. I had bought this house downtown. And these little dudes just kept following me. And I ain't pay attention though. And then next thing you know, when I turned, the little dude said, man, don't fuck with that. That's 10 $10 That's 10 $10 And rolled off. You feel me?
But they were about to try you.
They were about to try me. You feel what I'm saying? Because, like, as you know, I'm driving. I'm just as green, you know, not knowing what's going on. I see the car, but I'm just thinking it's regular traffic, dude. And then when they turned, and what made me notice, they put the window down. And then soon they put the window down, dude said, man, don't fuck with that. That's 10 $10 And I look up, and then boom, they checked off. You feel what I'm saying? So ain't nobody.
Just in a matter of seconds, anything could happen.
Anything. If that particular dude that said don't fuck with that wasn't there, then we don't know what would have happened.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
And I tell people, like, it's like New Orleans is a dangerous place for only people who grew up here.
Right.
Because, like, we only kill each other.
Correct.
Like,
correct.
And for a tourist to get killed, you had to been out of bounds or doing some wild stuff.
Right.
Like, we only kill each other, and it's kind of sad.
Right, it is.
I tell people, like, you know, it's easy to to kill somebody, because 9 times out of 10, but they probably not expecting it from you.
Correct.
That's the easiest kill ever.
And that's why they always get away with it. You feel me? Because nobody knew they was going inside at this particular time, but that person that was close to you. Right. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's why I distance myself from everybody. It's all about me and my kids. I roll solo. If I see you, I'm gonna catch you at the club, and then that's a wrap. I'm going back home. We not hanging out. We not doing this. We not doing none of that. And if we do get an event, I want something early. I'm glad I did start going to Houston. Houston do them day parties. That's all I need. You feel what I'm saying?
And you ready to go inside?
I'm ready to go inside. You feel me? Hit me a little day party and I'm good. You feel me?
Gotcha. And also, last but not least, tell the world, what can they find you on social media and everywhere else?
Oh man, y'all can just search 10 Walk Buck, man. For some reason, they keep taking all my Instagram, but 10.Walk Buck. You feel what I'm saying? And that's it. Right now, all I'm doing is Instagram because, like I said, I'm working on another artist. I'm working for somebody else, and so that's it. Just Instagram.
Oh, but all right, we done.